Hey guys, it's me Punam from Khao and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a scrambled paneer or Paneer Bhurji dish.
This is a good recipe to have any time of the day, whether it's for breakfast, with toast, for lunch you can have it with pita bread, or even for dinner if you're going to make some whole wheat chapatis or even spelt chapatis. It's really good. And it's pretty straightforward, but there is a little bit of technique when it comes to the chopping of the ingredients. I'm making this portion for about 2 people, so I've used half an onion, half a tomato, 2 chillies, green chillies. They're quite spicy, the ones I have. I've got an inch of crushed ginger and about 2 cloves of garlic, also crushed. And then I've got salt. I have a teaspoon of cumin seeds. I have a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Because my chilies are spicy, I'm using red Kashmiri chili powder instead of regular chili powder, because Kashmiri chili powder adds the color that I want, the redness, but it doesn't add the spice. And then lastly, I've got some Kasoori methi, which is dried fenugreek leaves. You want to make sure that you've got your tomatoes and onions diced quite thinly and quite small. And we're also going to crumble up our paneer. You can do this between your fingertips, or you can grate it as well if you prefer. Place a pan on the hob on about medium-high and add about 2 tablespoons of oil. You can test out the heat by dropping in a few droplets of the cumin seeds just to check if it's ready. When they start to sizzle, add in the rest of your cumin seeds, and then after a few minutes, when you start to see the cumin seeds browning, you can add your ginger, garlic, chillies, and give these a good stir in the oil. Let these cook for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then you want to add your onions to this mixture. For this dish, we don't need the onions to be super cooked, and so we're going to let them cook for about 8 minutes in the pan, and then we're going to add our spices, the turmeric and the red chili powder or Kashmiri chili powder if that's what you're using. And I'm also going to add a sprinkling of salt here. I'm going to give it all a good stir, so you should have this really beautiful color coming through. Once this has been cooked for at least a few minutes, because you want to allow the turmeric and the chili powder to really cook as well in the heat, we're going to put in our tomatoes and again give the pan a nice good mix. As we've diced the tomatoes and the onions quite small, this dish doesn't really take too long for them to cook, and we don't want to have them super overcooked either. And so what we're going to do is we're going to stir in, once we've stirred in the tomatoes, we're going to give it a good mix, and then after I would say about 2 to 3 minutes, you're ready now to add in your paneer. And again, because this is grated, it's not going to take very long for it to cook, and so once you've added your paneer in, give the whole mixture a really good stir. So make sure that all of the paneer is mixed in with the onions and the tomatoes and the spices. Make sure to adjust the spices and the level of salt as you're cooking along. Let the paneer cook here now for a further 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how much seasoning and adjustments you need to make to the dish, and then finish off now with the Kasoori methi and turn off the heat. The Kasoori methi doesn't really need to be cooking too much, and as the dish is already quite warm, the spices of the leaves will cook within that. Now grab a bowl and we're ready to get plating. You can either plate the paneer straight into the bowl as I've done, or if you're going to be having it with toast or naan or roti or something, you can just serve yourself on your plate directly. Don't forget to finish with a sprinkling of coriander. Hope you guys enjoy this recipe. If you're going to make it, don't forget to tag me, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks a lot guys. Back soon with another recipe.